Okay, so in addition to the first use we have seen, that is we use the active and the passive or the passive voice, okay, when we want to focus on the thing of the person. We have also other way or other, okay, manner to use the active voice. So, other use of the passive voice. We can also use the passive voice colon, first dash, okay, when the object or the agent, or when we don't know, okay, the object or the agent, okay, not the object, sorry, the person, okay, that is the agent, when we don't know the person or the agent who does or did the action. Who does or did the action, not the person, did the action. So let's take an example. Example, when I say, Aminata's bicycle, okay, Aminata's bicycle has been stolen, okay, in the schoolyard. Good. Here, Aminata's bicycle has been stolen in the schoolyard. We don't know who stole the bicycle. So the agent or the person who stole the bicycle is unknown. So we don't know, okay, who stole the bicycle. So we don't know if it is a people, if it is, I don't know, a thief, okay, a man, a woman, we don't know. All what we know is that the bicycle has been stolen, okay, in the school yard. Second way of using the passive voice, we can also use the passive voice when it is not important to know the agent or the person who does the action. So, when it's not important, okay, to know or to mention, the person, that is the agent, okay, who does or did the action. Example, when I say different cars are sold, okay, are sold at the port in Togo. Okay, so different cars are sold at the trading port. Okay, in Togo. In this sentence, we don't care about who sold the cars. Okay, what interested us is to know that different cars, different types, okay, of different categories of cars are sold at the trading port in Togo. So, we don't care about who sold the cars there. It is not important to know it. What is important is to know that, for example, when you want to buy a car, okay, at the trading port in Togo, you don't need to know who sold the cars. All what you need to know is that, okay, whether you can see, okay, the mark or the type of the car you need. Number 3, we also use the passive voice when the context is obvious. Obvious means what? It means that the context is evident. It is evident that, okay, we know the agent or the person who did or does the action. So use the when the context is obvious or evident. Example, when I say the famous thief, the famous thief, okay, was caught and sent to prison. Okay? The thief was caught and sent to prison. Okay? Who used to send thieves into prison? Probably the policeman. So here, okay, probably the police, okay, did the action. Because they are known, okay, as those who can send people to prison. So it is all for the other use. So even if it is not all, so we are going to stop like that, to stop here, okay? It is not nothing. If you, okay, you learn all these way of using the passive voice, I'm sure that you will no longer have problem with the passive voice. So we have just finished with the big one and the big two. We are going to continue, but in another lesson, okay, to see the two passive verbs. So it is the end of this lesson. Thank you for paying attention, and we are going to move to the exercises. Thank you very much.